Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I have another episode of Sunday Mailbox. This is a video series where you guys submit your gaming or Battlefield 3 related questions, and then I give my humble opinion on them. If you would like to submit your own question, you can do so by sending me a YouTube message with the title line Q&A, and I could talk about that topic in a future episode. The first question for today is, I've been quite frustrated every time I get a nice long-range headshot or a knife takedown only to see them get revived 5 seconds later. I think DICE should make a system that if a player gets shot in the head by a powerful weapon like a bolt-action rifle or the Magnum or stabbed by a knife, they cannot be revived. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Yeah, I'm totally on board with this idea. I think it's absolutely fantastic, especially for the bolt-action rifles. I believe right now that the Recon class and the bolt-action rifles are just one of the weaker classes / weapons in the game right now. As you just said, it's really annoying to take someone out with a headshot at long range and just see their buddy kind of waltz on over and revive them. And while you should be able to take them out with your awesome aim, it doesn't always happen, so you just kind of get the kill, but it really didn't do anything because 5 seconds later he's able to get that guy back up and they are able to push towards the objective. So I honestly think that this would be a great idea, and sure, it's not realistic because if you got shot in the head by any weapon, of course you're going to probably be down for the count no matter what, and this shouldn't just be true for bolt-action rifles, but if it was, and that's what DICE implemented, I honestly believe that would be the thing that would elevate the Recon class to the level where it would be a lot more viable on the battlefield, and it would be a way for people to stop constant res trains. If you've ever played in a competitive match, or if you just played on like Operation Metro or something like that, people are constantly getting revived, and there's no real way to stop them other than just bum rushing them and taking everyone out. And if there was just a way that a Recon could take some headshots at people and just for sure eliminate one ticket if you're on like Rush or I guess really any game mode, get rid of that one ticket so that you can help your team out, I think that would be great. But I want to know what you guys think about this topic. Let me know in the comment section below. The next question for today is, what do you think about the whole M16 situation? Do you think the incoming nerf will balance the game out enough? In my opinion, DICE should remove the full auto M16A3 and keep only the burst mode M16A4 as it was in Battlefield Bad Company 2. I'm getting tired of everyone playing the same gun over and over. I don't want to play the same weapon over and over again, but I don't want to be at a disadvantage while using some other weapon either. Yeah, you are definitely not alone with this idea. I know a lot of players in Battlefield 3 right now just do not like the current situation with the M16A3 because people like options, and when you don't have options and really the only way for you to stay very competitive is to use a select few weapons, it's just kind of a letdown because you want to have a lot of variety, and when you feel like you can only use one weapon to be competitive, it just leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. At least it does for me. Maybe I'm just different here. So yeah, I do agree with you that there needs to be a change to the M16A3. I don't think they should go as far as completely eliminating it from the game, but really it all comes down to balancing the game and balancing their weapons, and I think that's what they're going to be doing with the future patch, which is probably going to come right when the new Armored Kill DLC comes out. I would not hold my breath and assume that's going to come any sooner with DICE's track record so far. So in a couple of months we will get that patch and the M16A3 will get nerfed. We don't know how large of a nerf it's going to be right now, but they said that they're going to be increasing its vertical recoil and putting it more in line with the other weapons, and I honestly believe when that happens it's going to really put it more in line with the other guns, because right now it has great rounds per minute. It shoots I think around 800, maybe I'm wrong, I'm going off the top of my head right now, but it's really fast, and it doesn't have a lot of recoil that other weapons with fast RPMs have along with it, so it's just kind of got this, not really niche, it's got this perfect balance of fast RPM and low recoil, which allows you to just dominate the battlefield. So yeah, you're right, I think that something needs to be done, which is happening. I just don't think it should get to the extent where you completely eliminate the weapon. The final question for today is, in real life on the battlefield, sniper use either special scopes or covers on their normal scopes to get rid of the scope glint. I'd love to see some sort of scope like this in Battlefield 3. The glint is really annoying and gets me killed quite often. I know it's a balanced thing, but the technology exists in real life and Battlefield wants to be more realistic. Do you think this would be a good idea, and how would you balance it? Thanks. I do realize that this is in real life, and I know that they were going for a more realistic feel, at least compared to the Call of Duty series. It's not full on realism like the Arma series, but they did want to make it feel like a more realistic experience, like you were on the battlefield, which I think is great. But we also give them leniency to balance and put in game mechanics that may have no grounds in real life situations, but they put them in there just so the game isn't completely one-sided or one weapon is overpowered or something along those lines. And that's exactly what they were going for with the bolt-action rifles. They didn't want people sniping way off in the distance and taking people out where no one had any idea where they were, like they were just in a bush taking people out, and that wouldn't be very enjoyable for everyone else. So they put in the sniper glint mechanic so that you could identify where snipers were and then take them out. That being said though, I honestly believe that DICE went way overboard with the sniper glint game mechanic. When the game was first released, I was testing out all of the bolt-action rifles, and I could be wrong, but something that I discovered when the game was released, and this, like I said, could be changed since then, is when you are just standing still and you're not aiming down your higher optic scope, you still show the sniper glint, and I think that's a pretty poor game mechanic. And what I thought DICE was going for was only when you were aiming down sight, but apparently that's not the case, and that's what I've been assuming since day one, or since I discovered that when the game was released. And I just think that puts you at a huge disadvantage when you are using the bolt-action rifles. And as I said earlier in the video, I think that the bolt-action rifles are one of the weaker weapons in the game, and they should get some sort of buff. And that would be a nice change as well, because really it doesn't make sense. If you're just standing still with your weapon down and you're not even aiming down sight, why should they be notified? I could be wrong, and they might have changed this. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. But with regards to your attachment recommendations, I think there should be more attachments to the bolt-action rifles and the sniper rifles in general. You really don't have anything that can enhance your weapons right now. Sure, you could put on the flashlight or the laser, and that does affect your weapon slightly, but you shouldn't really be using these weapons in close encounter engagements, and they haven't really added anything to enhance them for long-range combat. So I think the entire bolt-action rifle system should get revamped. They should get all new attachments, maybe something that would reduce the scope glint on your scopes, give you faster bullet speeds, something like just completely rework the bolt-action rifles. But that's it for today's Sunday Mailbox, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Now you know what I thought about these 3 topics. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video or you just want to support my channel, I always appreciate it when you give my videos a rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.